This video is for the process nerds. I love to know how artists put things together. So the first part of that you just heard was a new song. And I thought what would be cool is to do a video on process and like, how am I doing this? And why am I doing this? Okay, so you just heard Lake Life. Now, you may have heard hashtag Lake Life, especially Lake Life if you live in the South. It's kind of like Lake Life, like, drink a beer, get on the dog, get on the boat, have fun. And it's sort of this like a Key West kind of vibe, but Lake Life, so go to Lake. So my husband and I went to the lake for our anniversary. And it was awesome. I mean, it was just, it's Lake Life, man. And I just started thinking of this song. So got back and I had the phrase, what's not to like about Lake Life. So you heard what's not to like about Lake Life. And the water's warm, the sun shines all the time. And then so grab your boat and navigate round the point. I'm here, I'll wait. And so I kind of started thinking, okay, well, let's have a sinister song. Let's have a sinister song called Lake Life where it's great, it's sunny, it's warm, everybody's having a blast, but there's something going on there. So I wrote the words, and then at the end I was like, I'm here, I'm there, I'll wait. I was like, wait a second, like, why are they waiting? What's happening? And I started, my writer mind started thinking, well, what that could be. So then I was, so I often do that. I do the chorus, and then I kind of start making the verses, or, songwriters, we all do it different ways, but usually it's like, oh, that's a chorus, or try to get a hook, but sometimes it's the verse. So then I'm doing slush pile songs, which are poems that don't get through the literary magazine slush pile. So I was like, well, how can I make this a slush pile song? Because I need some verses, and I have these characters, and what do I do? So what I did is I took a poem, I went through my files, and I found a poem called The Serpents of Lake Hartwell. Now, Jonathan and I happened to actually go to Lake Hartwell for our anniversary, so it was kind of perfect. So I pull out this poem. Now, what's interesting about this poem, I'll have to look in my files and see if I actually submitted it. I don't think I was happy with it, so I don't think it ever finished. But what I did is I wrote this poem. It's called Serpents of Lake Hartwell, and in it, it's about kind of like a narrator talking about how there's something that happens in the lake when you jump in, and tragically, people do die. They jump into lakes. They're dark, they're murky, and they don't resurface. And so, growing up in the South, you just know that. Like, that's just what you do. And so, I know with our children, we were like a life jacket every time. When I paddleboard, I do a life jacket because I'm by myself. Like some feet from shore. When we kayak as a family, life jackets, everyone's wearing them. So the kids know this. And so in the narrator of this poem that I wrote is talking about it, but they're also talking about like, well, why? What's in the lake? Is it sinister? Is it like tentacles? Is it a monster? Or is it a monster of the heart? So there's some kind of double meaning going on in the poem. Okay, so the poem, I never really was like thrilled about it. I just couldn't quite get there, but I liked the murky, and I did a bunch of stuff, and I'll link it. I'll put it down there, which is vulnerable because it's not my favorite, but here we go. I then took the poem, and now I'm fashioning verses with this monster of the heart. And so going back to the chorus, I'm here, I'll wait. All right, well, why? What's going on? Is it the monster of the heart, or is it something more sinister? So this is a great example of having fun, going, this is a poem. It wasn't the best poem. I didn't love it, but now I'm writing a song, Lake Life. What's not to like about Lake Life, unless there's a monster underneath your paddleboard. So that is what I'm doing, and I hope it's fun for you. If you're a process nerd, if you're not, you didn't get this far. I'm a little chatty, but yeah, okay, that's it. We'll keep working on the song, but I thought it'd be fun to show it. Thanks.